Hi, Stewart Star students and families. I'm Miss Hum. I wanted to give you an introduction video on how to navigate the speech language course on Schoology. So as you see on your course page, you'll see this icon that is Stewart Star's logo. And then within this folder, I have some general activities or information for all of you. So here's a coronavirus tutorial. It just explains what happens because of the coronavirus and why we're going to e-learning. And why do I have to stay at home? Normally, there's a change in my daily routine, and normally I wake up and go to my school. Now, when I wake up, things are different. My whole schedule has changed, and this makes me feel nervous. I can't go to school, and lots of places are closed. All of these changes are from something called the coronavirus. Coronavirus is like a really bad cold, and the best way to not get sick is to stay home with my family. Coronavirus is why there has been a big change in my schedule. And when I'm feeling nervous or frustrated about all the things and the changes I can do, I read my favorite book. I can play with my favorite toy. I can get a hug from my family. And even though I have to stay at home, I know I'm okay. So that's the end of that one, and I just wanted to share that with you, as well as a letter with my email and phone number and my schedule. So I try to keep my schedule similar to how I am on campus on Tuesdays. So you are able to make an appointment with me if you wanted to have face-to-face virtual meeting with me. And here's my email and my Google Voice phone number. And then these are the hours per grade level. Now, I'm flexible and I understand that each of you are going to be learning differently. So I do ask if you guys email me just to request another time, and it would be up to 15 minutes per person because I do have a lot of students that I need to see and I'm not going to be seeing you guys in a groups. So let's go back to the folder for second grade. And here is a language task for students that have the initials AA and ES. And then within this are folders that are broken up according to the weeks. So this is the week of March 30th, and this would be viewed on Tuesday. And then this one has to do with social skills. It's actually a nice video on vocabulary, and I've attached a link with the course code. So you're going to right click and copy this code, and you're going to click into this vocabulary, which is an awesome resource. It's going to prompt you to put that course code. You're going to right click and paste that and submit it. Now, I, as your therapist, already have an account, which I would click this one and I would put my username and my password. But if you're new and you don't have one already because maybe your teacher hasn't quite used that yet, you're going to start it. So I'm going to show speech student 1, and that's going to be I'm going to make a new profile. My password is, and I'm going to say speech student 1. So this is my account. So you're in, you've joined language. Let's get started. So you're going to click on the blue button, and here are different lessons if you wanted to go through them yourself, or mom and dad want to work with you. But this week you're going to go to this lesson, which is managing worry. You have an assignment, and it tells you you're going to need to watch the video, complete the vocabulary cards, and a quiz. So on here, I would play it, but you're not going to be able to hear it because you're going to hear my audio. But it is about a 3-minute video, and then following the yellow dots show what is expected for you to complete. And then when you're finished, you can close out. Okay? So that is your task for week 1 for students with the initials AA and ES. You know who you are. So we're going to be in second grade. Sorry, my computer. I'm going to go to sounds. For students DE and AA, you're going to practice your S sounds and your S blends. So making sure that tongue is behind your teeth. And you're going to watch the video first, and it shows you how to practice your S sounds. So let's click on the articulation context clues. It's going to download in the left side of your panel, and you're going to open it up, and there should be 8 cards total. So you're going to say the computer cord was severed and the connection was lost. Another word for severed means cut, right? Because if the connection was lost, it means it was cut. It's not continued. The eagle soared high above the trees. Another word for soared is high, or flying, I should say. No one else wanted to go on the stage with her, so the girl went solo. If no one else wanted to go with her, solo must be alone. It seemed as if the group would never reach the mountain's summit. What would be something you'd want to reach if you're climbing a mountain? The summit is also called the peak or the top of the mountain. So these are also vocabulary words that you should be familiar with, and if not, have some exposure to. But we're working on practicing our S and Z sounds. No matter how hard the woman scrubbed, the stain would not come off the shirt. So scrubbed, rubbed out would be another word. When the boy did not finish his chores, his mother scolded him and sent him to his room. So she may have also scolded him, got him like punished him or given him a like a harsh talking to. The sly fox slipped through the chicken fence without anyone noticing. Sly. If he was able to get by without being seen, he was sly, or it was sly. In other words, they were very stealthy. Um, the seat was uncomfortable, and the bored little boy began to squirm. So another word for squirm would be wiggle. So these are some good vocabulary words for you to know and practice, and also know another word that means the same thing, which we call synonyms. And then that should be your task for that. I'm going to go to grade 2 folder again, and then look at sounds for student with VR. Same, similar cards, but these are with R sounds. So let's see if they show up, and hopefully they're rotated properly and not sideways. Okay, so after winning the swim competition, Michael could tell that his dad's smiling face, that he was proud of him. So thinking about your beginning R sounds with that tongue curled up and you have your jaw a little bit squared. The cranky old man was always yelling at kids to get out of his yard. Tongue up, he always seemed annoyed. Another word for proud, maybe bright or strong or brave. Cranky, probably grumpy would be another word. The woman was grateful for even the small amount of food and said thank you over and over. So thank you and grateful are similar words. They are synonyms. This hurt soldier groaned in pain, and I can hear him down the hall. What do you think to yourself would be another word meaning groaned? He grasped the rope in his hands and refused to let go. The brilliant little boy got all the answers correct on the difficult test. So if something's difficult and he got all the answers, it means he was smart or brilliant. Grasp, when he's holding on to the rope, do you think he wants to let it go easily, so he's holding it loosely, or having a firm grip? Probably a firm grip if he didn't want to let go. He crumbled the cookie in his hands until it was only tiny bits. So if a cookie is whole and solid and it crumbles into pieces, it means it's breaking down into smaller pieces. They celebrated the triumph of winning the war by laughing and jumping up and down. So if they're winning a war and they're triumphing, that means that they might have victory because they won. So those are vocabulary words, and they're great for you to practice. words that would either mean the same, like a synonym, or opposite, and also thinking about your R sounds at the same time. So that's it for second grade. I hope that your first week goes smoothly. I know that we are all learning. I am certainly learning. So if there's any questions or concerns or something is not working well for you, please let me know. You know how to email me or call me on my Google Voice phone. I hope you guys are all well, happy, healthy, stay safe, and be sure to wash your hands. Bye.